stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are set to go from snowy Cleveland, and we are underway on a Monday night.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They run for it with Harris. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Taken from just outside the 30.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Mayfield to throw it. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They go play action. Mayfield flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield steps away to his left. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th. After 1, it's 9-0. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Rosas' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now stands at 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor? I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back. Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing on second and 14. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him. Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception. I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though. You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. was caught by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
They'll try and throw for it.
And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield buying time to his left.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. To throw again on second down, Mayfield.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 3rd down, here's Harris.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Roses to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 117 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Mayfield on play action. Steps away. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Mayfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So Who's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Nothing easy about that one, and these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
And you know, I had problems with the footing just walking from the bus to the stadium. I can't imagine being called to kicking this stuff with the game on the line. But he appeared to have 0 issues whatsoever.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or...
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Baker. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, you know, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. You know, we've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Steelers, they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.